If your boat has an inboard engine, fixed fuel tanks, or any onboard fuel burning device, you are required to carry a Type 5BC fire extinguisher. Now, most modern boats also have some kind of automatic fire suppression system in the engine bay, each of which should be checked annually to make sure they're in good working order. But the problem with a fire extinguisher is, A, you have to be aware there's a fire in progress. B, you have to know how to use it. And C, you have to be willing to get close enough to the fire to actually use it. I don't know about you, but if my boat is on fire, my legs will have more brains than I do. This is the Elide Automatic Fire Extinguishing Ball, and this particular one is designed for marine use. Now, if you're like me, you're probably thinking, there's no way this little ball is going to put out a fire. Next question though, how do they work? The Elide Fire Ball, or EFB for short, only activates when it comes in contact with a flame. It does not activate on elevated levels of heat, but when flame comes in contact with the EFB, it will activate within 3 to 5 seconds. It completely snuffs that fire immediately. By dispersing monoammonium phosphate, a non-toxic and eco-friendly dry chemical, these balls can extinguish Type A, B, and C rated fires. There are two main uses. In its passive mode, an EFB is mounted in areas of concern where a possible fire could occur. In an engine bay, over a battery bank, above an electrical appliance, you name it. Basically anywhere a fire might occur. They can also be used actively by throwing or even flying them into a fire, although that should be left to the professionals. Installation is super easy. They are compact and light. The marine ball is 4 inches in diameter and only weighs 1.5 pounds, which should provide some flexibility in finding a mounting location. We are going to mount them just above the fuel system. All you need is one screw and a mounting bracket. And that is all there is to it. You just want to make sure you put the arrow up. Put the retaining clip in place. Since they're a self-activating device, they provide 24/7 coverage. There are some restrictions. You shouldn't mount them in direct sunlight or in an area that will get exposed to water. Sunlight can break down the shell over time, and water can also damage the shell. So it's not for an open tin boat with an outboard. That's it. We are now protected by Elide Fire Balls. So, should we go try one out? At the time of the initial shoot, we didn't have permission to start a fire on a boat in the marina. So, we improvised, in my backyard, with some instructions from Elide. We're going to use precise amounts of gasoline on an old carpet surrounded by plywood. We've got a bit of safety gear, a fire extinguisher, extra Elide balls, and a garden hose just in case. Shall we? When the ball comes in contact with the flame, the fuses surrounding the fireball ignite, agitating the powder inside, and within seconds activates the igniter on top of the ball, dispersing the chemical powder over the fire area. The outward force of the discharge pushes the oxygen out of the fire area, and the powder extinguishes the fire. Unreal and effective. But now you're probably wondering, how safe is the residual chemical, the monoammonium phosphate, on mechanical parts like engines and marine systems? It's basically a fertilizer that is often used when planting grass. But it can accelerate corrosion of metals, so you should hose down any exposed areas with water as soon as possible. If you get it on your skin or in your eyes, just rinse with water. That's all there is to it. They are completely automatic, require no power, and have no moving parts. A couple of simple tools to install, and that's about the easiest safety DIY you can do for your boat. Cost at the time of this shoot is $95 US for a 4-inch marine ball and $120 US for the larger 6-inch ball. They even come with a 5-year warranty. And when they expire, you can simply cut them open, send them to a landfill, or even use them to fertilize a tree.